It's Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens hockey game, game preview, lineups, the Guess the Score contest, good hockey talk, and more. Get your questions ready with your host, Rick Seligman. Go Habs, go! Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. So we got the Montreal Canadiens on the island in New York, taking on the Islanders, and a rare Sunday afternoon game anyway. Although we had one last week, so how rare is that? But it was Super Bowl weekend last week. So I don't know what the reason is for this Sunday afternoon game. It's kind of weird, but that's what we got. So Montreal looking for the second win in a row. I'd like to see that today. I'd like to see them go after their second win in a row, and first time this season. So that would be something special, I think. We'll see what happens. I found no news of injuries or anything like that today, so there was nothing like that. Pretty quiet on today on the Habs front. So I'll have a game preview, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Let's see who's here for now, and then I'll do my preview in a few minutes. Daryl Adams, almost always Daryl is the first comment. Do you think, oh, by the way, guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you could win $10 directly into your bank account. So Daryl made his guess 4-2 Habs, Caulfield getting the first one. Imagine if he does. I mean, what a role he'd be on. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see Caulfield just sort of freak out for the last 33 games, I think 33 games with today's game. And just, somehow get himself into the Calder Trophy. I don't know if he'll win it if he has enough time. But I would just love to see him work his way up into the talk anyway. I don't know if that'll happen. It's probably just wishful thinking. But, hey, Evan, how's it going? Go Habs. Habs win. You're calling it. All right. I listen today. I'm with you. Habs Guru, how's it going? 4-3 Habs Anderson. Have I heard any news on Allen? No. I mean, Allen's still, I would think. Even if he comes back early, got to still be a couple of weeks away. So, but no, nothing I've heard on Allen. Is there a game on Monday? Yes, Hockey Fan Guy, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Toronto is in town to take on the Habs. Slingshot, how's it going, buddy? Let's see. Hockey Fan Guy 5-3 Habs, Caulfield. Slingshot says Cole Caulfield and Jeff Petrie. Okay, you put Jeff Peter. Jeff Petrie are back. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it, right? I mean, Petrie had a pretty good game. He made some mistakes too, but he had a pretty good game, especially offensively. And so did Cole Caulfield, and I hope so. Listen, if they're going to trade Petrie, they need to get his value back up, right? So I hope Petrie also goes crazy, and his value comes back up. All the guys, let them start scoring and get their value up, and at least when they do, whoever does get traded, the return will be a lot better. First back-to-backs of the season. Now, Lucas, come on. Are you talking about games? Winning 2 in a row? Yeah. Okay. Because it's not the first back-to-back games this week, today and tomorrow. But yeah, it would be. It would be nice to see. Let's not jinx it, I guess. I don't know, but it would be nice. I'm hoping they win. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it 3-2 Montreal. 3-2 Montreal. I want to see Suzuki get a goal, so I'm going to call Suzuki for the first one. And that's my guess. 3-2 Montreal, Suzuki with the first goal. Hockey Fan Guy, yeah, but, for Petrie, you want to get the best return, if he is getting hot. And besides, listen, realistically, Petrie's not going till the offseason. So the best thing for him is to have a great finish of the season. And then you get your good return for him. Drake, hey, how's it going, Drake? 4-2 Habs. Petrie getting the first one. Slingshot says, what is that? I don't know what you're saying there. Ho or Hall? And I still don't get it. Could be Hal, but that's an O. All right. I can't. It could be hockey off instruct. Hockey off instructions. Anybody get that? No. It looks like HOI. Holtby for Allen trade. I guess that's interesting, but you know what? I kind of think if they're trading Allen, they're getting picks for him. I have a feeling. I know it's going to sound crazy, and goalies don't get the biggest return in general, which is why probably Holtby for Allen in general, like in normal times, makes a lot of sense, goalie for goalie. But I think they're going to try to get a first-round pick in an Allen trade. They might have to package somebody with him, but I think Allen might be in pretty decent demand if there's a bit of a bidding war. Yeah, so I don't know. Getting back Holtby, if Price is ready to go, I don't know that you want Holtby and Price. I mean, maybe, but because I like Monty. I think Monty's a young goalie that could be here for a few years. He might not be starter material. Like he's not the guy to replace Price, but he looks like he could be a good solid backup for, a while. So, I don't know that I want to bring in. Depends, right? How do we know about Price? We probably won't know till the off season or next season whether he's going to play or not. Or So I don't know. I think it's a bit of a risk to bring Holtby in, especially for Allen. Allen's a good trade bait. Ray, don't bark, please. My dog, all of a sudden, she loves the window, right, to watch. She's like afraid now to jump on the little table that's there that she's been almost living on since I moved the room around like this. And now all of a sudden, she's afraid to jump up. It's weird. Dogs. Love them, though. Yeah, I'll do the preview in like 2 minutes. Caulfield for Ovi trade? Never. At this point, if you trade Caulfield now, you're going to regret that. I know Ovi, but I mean, Ovi's at the end of his career. I don't know that Ovi brings in more fans in the arena than Caulfield does right now. So no. And Caulfield's starting to show what we've all been waiting to see. I don't want to see him do that somewhere else. No. I was almost okay with possibly including him in a trade. I have a video out where I talk about it. Yeah, at this point, no, not with the new coach, with the way he's responding to the new coach. Caulfield is dangerous out there. And I think under St. Louis, he's going to find his ceiling. Yeah, I think Caulfield will come really close, if not hit the ceiling that's expected for him. Time will tell. I'm judging this on 4 games, and you can laugh at me. I mean, I get that, but it's maybe an educated guess. It's a gut feeling. Hockey fan guy, I believe Allen will be traded as well. He's got 1 year left, so Allen, it could be an off-season trade if he can't come back to play before the trade deadline. I don't know that you can trade him, but I don't think he lasts past the off-season. He's going to be in demand. The thing with Allen is if you can't trade him at the deadline and get those picks that you want, yeah, then maybe you do trade for a Holtby or something like that in the offseason, right? It becomes a different thing. Unless you can get a first round. I don't know what just happened there. The screen went black. Am I still on? Hello, hello? Let me just test. Hello? Yeah, I'm still working. My screen went black. There, it did it again. What the hell's going on? Am I having signal? I might be having a signal problem with internet. Yikes, I hope not. That's the first time I'm using live StreamYard for over a year. It's the first time I've seen it show that it went black, the screen, and then when it came back, it showed on the top there a different. I've never seen it before, where it shows how many people and all that. I've never seen that before. And I'm sure it went out. I couldn't figure out what it was, but I think that's because the signal was. So if you see it, if I go out or whatever, sorry, there might be a problem with internet. Anyway, I'm on right now and everything's good. So let's fingers crossed and everything good. Sign Bufflin. Are we still talking about Bufflin? This is interesting. So but Bufflin, like, how old is he? And I doubt he's coming back. I don't know. I would think talking about Bufflin coming back is kind of done. Right? I don't know. I know he's not young. Maybe I don't know what his status is, so I don't know. He's 37. Bufflin. You're not going to sign Bufflin. They buy 4-2 Suzuki. I got 3-2 Suzuki, so we're really close. Slingshot, I think I get what you mean by that, but I think we're going to have Joel Edmondson here as the the experienced older guy. I think we'll still have somebody here for that, and I don't think it pays to bring in a guy like Bufflin. I don't know. Let me just ask you this then: what would be the reason you'd want him to be brought in? Like, for what? Just as what? As a mentor? His toughness? Like, what is it that you'd want? I know he's a big guy and he's tough and all that, but Edmondson's pretty good at that too. Shutting the door. You don't score too much on Joel Edmondson when he's on the ice. So I think we got that covered. Plus, there's a lot of good young prospects in our pipeline on defense, especially if they sign Jordan Harris. That, yeah, I don't know. I think he'd be taking up a young guy's spot if you did that. Now, if Edmondson can't come back, that's different. Then you're looking for somebody like that. But Bufflin, I don't know. Who has his rights anyway? Does somebody have his rights, or is it a total free agent? All right. Time for the preview. Also, if I don't choke on this doobie, I'm going to cough now. Again, I love this microphone. I want to bring him in for year-ending veteran so we don't have a bad end of the season. You mean this season? Nah, we're not going to have a bad end of the season. I think we're going to have a much better end of the season than we all thought. And, the 4 games so far with St. Louis, sure, we only won one of them, but, man, those games have been the best, the most fun games to watch, without a doubt, of any of the previous games this season. So I'm expecting the end of this season going to be a lot better than we would have seen, and we may end up not in last place. I can see them passing Arizona, possibly playing well enough to do that. So no need. And Hockey Fan Guy says Bufflin can't play anymore because he has a very bad foot injury, which is what I thought. Like, that's why I don't know that he's able to even play. And at 37, it's like Shea Weber. He's just not able to come back. That's what I would think anyway. All right, so let's go to preview. It's preview time. It's preview time in the city. Montreal versus the New York Islanders in Long Island. Montreal is 9-33-7. That's the 49th game. So this is game 50. They have 25 points and they're 8th in the Atlantic. Islanders are 18-20-6 with 42 points and 6th in the Metropolitan. How can you watch this game? It's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, 11 a.m. Pacific, and in the normal spots, TSN2 in English and RDS in French. That's in the Canadiens region. In the Islanders region, MSG Plus, streaming ESPN Plus, NHL Live, RDS Direct, TSN Direct, Sports Surge, and NHL 66. And the betting lines. The spread, Montreal plus 1.5 gives you minus 110. New York Islanders minus 1.5 gives you also minus 110. Money line, Montreal plus 220. Islanders minus 260. Over-under is 5.5. If you take the over, plus 100. If you take the under, minus 120. Last 10 games, their record for each team, Montreal 1-8-1 on a one-game winning streak. And the Islanders 4-6-0 on a one-game winning streak. Someone's going to be on a two-game winning streak after this game. The season series so far, November 4th, Islanders in Montreal won 6-2. They creamed us. I think they scored 5 goals in a row to open the game. And there's today's game and the next one, April 15th, in Montreal again. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances 4%. 45.7% for Montreal, 27th. 47.2% for the Islanders, 23rd. Goals per game, 2.20. Last for Montreal, 2.45, 29th for the Islanders. Not that far behind. Goals against per game, 3.94. Also last for Montreal, 2.73 for the Islanders, 5th. Defensively, they've been good. Apparently, not as good lately in the last bunch of games. They're not as good defensively as they have been, but they're a solid defensive team. Power play percentage, 13% for Montreal, 31st, and 18.6% for the Islanders, 22nd. It's an average power play. PK percentage, 73.8%, 30th, and for the Islanders, 82.4%, 9th. So they got a good PK. That's a good PK. Head-to-head, 0-1-0 is Montreal's record versus the Islanders this year, 1-0-0 for the Islanders. Face-off percentage, Montreal 48.2%, 23rd. Islanders 51.6%, 8th. So we'll see how that goes today. Shots on goal allowed and 4 per game. Montreal shots on goal allowed is 34.4. I know you look at that and go, well, you got that wrong. No, they always flip this around. They never correct this. And I know because I've checked many times in the past, and they're always wrong. Shots on goal per game for Montreal, 29.5. For the Islanders, shots allowed, 31.2, and shots for 28.9. I'm missing something. I deleted something by accident. Damn. Okay, I had the Islanders scores. I had it here, and I don't know where it went. So I'll give you Montreal's because I'm not going to go find the other one now. Nick Suzuki leading the team with 9 goals, 19 assists, 28 points, minus 22 in 49 games. Toffoli no longer here. 9 goals, 17 assists, 26 points, minus 8 in 37 games as a Hab. Lehkonen, 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points, minus 4, 46 games. When Arturi Lehkonen is your number 3 scorer, you got a problem, man. Jonathan Drouin, 6 goals, 14 assists, 20 points, minus 9, 32 games played. That's Montreal. Goalies. Goalie for today should be, is Andrew Hammond, the Hamburglar, and he has no record for the NHL this season yet. So on the other side, I'm going to go with Sorokin. Schneider has no record, and I don't know anything about him. Sorokin is 15, 11, and 5. Seems like he's played almost all the games. 246 goals against, 921 save percentage, 4 shutouts. Players to watch in the last 5 games for Montreal. Caulfield, 4 points. Caulfield again, 4 goals. So all goals. Paling, 3 assists. And Caulfield was even. On the other side, Dobson, 5 points. Dobson, 2 goals and 3 assists. So he's got all 3 of those. And Mayfield is a +5. Team leaders. In goals for Montreal, Nick Suzuki with 9. Brock Nelson, who had 4 goals against us in that game earlier this season, has 16 points. Suzuki, 28. For the Islanders, Barzal, 33. Average time on ice, the still unpictured Ben Sherratt. You'd think they could take a picture of Ben Sherratt by now. 23-17 average time on ice. For the Islanders, Adam Pelech, 21-15, and wins. Jake Allen with the 5, and Ilya Sorokin with the 15. Current line, Montreal is on the road this time, so their away record is 3-16-6, and the Islanders are at home with a 10-10-3 record. Record versus the spread, 20-29-0 for Montreal, 18-26-0 for the Islanders. Versus over-under, 27-21-1 for Montreal, 17-27-0 for the Islanders. Over the last 3 seasons, these teams are Montreal 2-1-0 against the Islanders, and the Islanders are 1-2-0 against Montreal. Last 10 games versus the spread, they're both 4-6-0, and versus over-under, Montreal 7-3-0, and the Islanders 5-5-0. And the juicy part, the lineup. So the first line stays the same, Suzuki in between Caulfield and Anderson, and I would think that line going to stay the same for a while. Dauphin in between Hoffman and Gallagher, and if I'm correct, that's line 3. No, that is line 2, excuse me. Evans in between Pitlick and Byron, and it's Rem Pitlick. Paling in between Pezzetta and Lehkonen, so Pezzetta might be making his return. Yeah, I haven't seen him for a few games. Kulak and Petrie, line 1, or pairing 1. Sherratt and Romanov, pairing 2, so Sherratt is back in the lineup. Clegg and Weidman, pairing 3. Hammond starting. Montembeault backing him up. Armia, undisclosed injury. Allen, lower body. Dvorak, upper body. Perreault, lower body. Savard, ankle. Drouin, wrist. Edmondson, back. And Price, his knee. And between all of them, they can make one person with injuries. Sheneman is out on COVID protocol. For the Islanders, Barzal in between Lee and Palmieri. Nelson in between Bellows and Beauvillier. Pajot in between Parise and Bailey, and Zizekas in between Martin and Clutterbuck. Got Pellick and Mayfield pairing 1. Chara and Dobson pairing 2. Sebastian Aho is now a defenseman and on the Islanders. The other Sebastian Aho, I should say, I guess. And Polak as the third pairing. And Sorokin starting. Schneider backing him up. Scratch Johnson and Green. Injured Wallstrom upper body and on COVID protocol. Varlamov, the other goalie. And there you go, ladies and germs. That's my preview. Now, let's see how badly you enjoy. I don't know what I was saying. How much bad press I'm getting? What was I saying? Like nothing happened. Hope the Queen is okay. She has COVID. God bless the Queen. She's 95. I mean, she's vaxxed and all that. I mean, I hope everything's okay. I don't wish her any harm, but I mean, really, do I care about the Queen that much? Not really. Heard it was because Charles and Camilla did not take proper safety precautions. Well, yeah, I mean, didn't Charles was acting as the tampon again, and he got in the wrong place. Habs placed Tyler Pitlick on IR. Oh, that's Tyler Pitlick's injured. Okay, I didn't hear about that. Yeah, boo Chara. Hammond has not played an NHL game since 2017-18, has only played 56 career games. Should be interesting. Well, listen, Tank is still on. It doesn't mean he can't win here. He's probably super pumped. I could see Hammond actually having, 2-3 games where he's really solid and then maybe starting to fall off. He is an AHL goalie. That's basically it. So that's fine. Unless you really want them to win. Listen, you know what? You put Vasilevsky now on this team, and this team is probably good enough to win a bunch of games, right? So do we want that at this point and waste what we've gone through and suffered through and not get that good pick? No, not me. So I'm happy that, they got an AHL goalie. It's perfect. Hey, Grimes, how's it going? And by the way, hey, Darcy, I didn't say hi. Suckstead Sheneman. It's not. Yeah, it's a weird. Yeah, no problem. Can't play today. Loved his play every time. Sheneman looks promising. I thought he's handled himself well. Maybe the S. What do you mean the S? Maybe the S. Don't know what you mean by that. Maybe he will get S. Who? What? Chara? What's the S? I don't know what the S is. Habs. I hope not. I hope he kind of, plays adequately. That's what I hope. And you know what, hockey fan guy? Wouldn't surprise me in his first game if he comes in and he just, wow, and then, falls off after that. How many times have we seen that with goalies that, they're not really, they're not great NHL goalies or really NHL goalies, and they can come in, have a few good games, and then fall off. So we'll see what happens. But the point is, the tank is still on. This kid's not going to come in and just every game just shut everybody out and win, and it's not going to happen. I guess it could technically happen, but it's not going to happen. Okay, I did the preview, eh? All right, Rick's on the ball. So, I'm all yours. Ask away anything you want. I'll tell you about it. And we can talk about anything except, certain things. I will tell you what's up, what's what, tell you the truth, and you gotta believe what I say. I don't know what I'm saying. That's a stupid thing to say after I tell you gotta believe what I say, and then I say, I don't know what I'm saying. You're not gonna really believe me, are you? Oh. Yeah, I get it now, hockey fan guy. But you just was he going to get one? Doubt it. So, but I'm still not going to say the word. But since you kind of put it out there, you might have jinxed it anyway. But it doesn't matter. The game's going to be what the game's going to be, and really, realistically, are we jinxing anybody when we say it? Not really, right? It's not. We don't really affect that kind of stuff. But hey. Grimes, yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at him as being an average goalie, which is all I really, it's all I really wanted them to bring in. Well, it kind of would be like if this kid comes in and he just blows everybody away and he gets us out of the bottom 10, that would be pretty bad. So it could be worst case. For the kid himself, because kid. I mean, for me, he's a kid. I don't know him that well, but I mean, for him, I hope he doesn't embarrass himself, does an adequate job. That's all I'm looking for. I don't want to see him get, beat the hell up in there, or whatever. I don't really wish that on too many. Like Chara, okay, different story. If he falls on his ass and maybe breaks a leg, it wouldn't bother me. I don't wish him harm or anything really. Well, maybe, but nothing major. I have it, Benjamin. Hey, by the way, hey, I've got it 3-2 from Montreal with Suzuki getting the first goal. So, by the way, guess the score contest is on. Guess the score of the game, first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either team, and you could win $10 directly into your bank account. It's a hard one to pick with that first goal scorer. So, good luck. We haven't had one this year yet, actually. I've been kind of laying off it because financially for the channel. But, yeah, I think it's time to bring it back out and start promoting it a little bit. Lucas, no, don't worry about it. Yeah, I haven't starting today because the game's on like in a half hour. So don't forget, it's a 2:00 start. But yeah, the Hamburglar in the nets. Apparently, he comes with his own personal goalie coach, Grimace. So we might see Grimace behind the bench too. I'm not sure. Do you think we will sign a lot of guys in the offseason? I don't think so. Well, it depends what you mean by sign a lot of guys, right? They do have guys to sign, RFAs and stuff like that. If you're talking about that, I mean, yeah. If you're talking about UFAs, no. And if they do, they won't be major ones. Let's put it that way. Unless, listen, if they get a shot at somebody that is young and, then maybe they will. But I don't see it. Not this offseason. Hammond doesn't suck. Well, I mean, depends what you mean. He hasn't been in the NHL in a long time. If he was really an NHL goalie, he'd have been in the NHL. Does he suck? No, I mean, he's an AHL goalie. I hold nothing against him. I hope he does well. And Lucas, that's another good point, right? We'll sign guys that need jobs and they're willing, to come here because they need jobs to fill in. It's not going to be, ain't going to be any big UFA signings. I would be surprised. Hockey fan guy, yeah, they at least made a trade. I don't think it moves the needle for them. What was it, Dzingel and somebody else for Nick Ritchie? Was that it? Something like that? Rob Dario, you want me to redraw for the hat? You don't want the hat? Why, buddy? It's just a hat. I mean, I'll do that. It's not a problem. If we're going to do that, we'll do it on. We'll do it tomorrow if you want me to do that. But you won. And fair and square. Listen, all members are in. You've been a member for the longest time. There's no reason that you shouldn't be in the draw. But I mean, hey, I'll do that if you want. Kelly's going to be really excited about that. Kelly really wants to win that. I don't know if she's here now. Grimes, what do you mean? Why sign Taylor Hall? Well, I mean, they had Eichel. They had some pieces there. No, we're not going to have that or be ready to do that. There's no reason to spend money like that on a guy in a rebuild. Liu Bushkin and Dzingel. Yeah, it really moves the needle for them. And listen, that gives them bodies, depth. That's all I see there. I like the name, by the way, Danny Tabernac. Dubas should go after Canucks Shen and Mott for Dermott and Engwell. Yeah, I'm not really interested, to be honest with you, what the Leafs do. Hockey fan guy, didn't they trade Nick Ritchie? I don't see how that's a loss for the Leafs. Personally, I don't know. For me, the Leafs won that trade just by trading Ritchie away. But hey, that's me. So Danny, I take it you're a Leafs fan. Yeah, Leafs need a guy like Sherratt. I mean, on defense, they need some toughness. They need that kind of stuff. I think that's a big the thing they're missing. We will find out on Monday. Grimes, yeah. I mean, I don't find that was a big trade. JB? Who picked up Hagel and DeHaan? That one I didn't see. Hey, Danny, no problem. And by the way, good to see a Leafs fan. We have a few that not in here giving us all lip. But listen, if you're here, you might hear some. I mean, it's a Habs channel, so you got to give us a break about the Leafs. But it's always good to see. I try not to be horrible, and I like Leafs fans. I don't like the Leafs. I have nothing against any Leafs fan. Would love. I feel sorry actually for you. To be very honest with you right now. As much as hard as that is, and well, I shouldn't say hard, but I mean, we're the last place team, and I'm still saying that. Would love to see a blockbuster trade with the Rangers, Sherrod, Lehkonen, Allen, Paquette for Kravtsov, Matthew Robertson, Braden Schneider, and Alexander Georgiev. I mean, but you're giving your guys that you're going to get your draft picks from, and you're getting guys back. I don't think that's the idea, though, in a rebuild. You're looking for assets. I don't know the ages of all these guys. I know Kravtsov is young. I like Georgiev. Schneider is young, so yeah. Again, why are they trading out all these young guys for older guys? Paquette doesn't even count, if you ask me. You just throw him in and say, here, just please take this guy. Besides, anyways, Paquette's a UFA at the end of the year, so it doesn't really matter. Habs are done this year? What do you mean? We know they're done. What do you mean by done? Making moves? No, that they're not. Are they done? They're not making the playoffs? Well, yeah. We've known that a long time. Teams are making trades now. March 21st is too far away. Well, you'll see some trades. I don't think you'll see a ton right now. I think you'll see, I think trade deadline day might be a little boring because I think most of the trades are going to happen before. Well, Danny, I mean, you hope for good for Hammond, but not for the Habs. Hammond won't be playing tomorrow, though. It'll be Monty. Habs are in rehab. Yeah, that's right. That's what you meant. You're hoping they go after. I see. So, JB, I take it you are a Leafs fan as well. Anyways, welcome in, guys. I definitely welcome in. Yeah, Grinds, but I mean, it doesn't hurt in that his contract doesn't hurt. He's a UFA at the end of the year. I mean, yeah, he's pretty forgettable here. Lucas, maybe they're not. I think they are, though. I mean, they have to win every game, so they got 30. They'd have to win all 33 games to have a hope. That is that really being in it? No. Danny, I'm not sure what you meant by that. You love? I don't know if you meant to say live to get the Habs going, or love to get the Habs going. Oh, you corrected yourself right underneath. I think when both teams are good, the rivalry is great, and I love it. So yeah, me too. Rob, if you really want, but you said you hadn't won before, so I don't know why you're saying give someone else a chance. But it's up to you. If you don't, hey, I will put it up again tomorrow. Leafs put Zingle on waivers after trading for him. Yeah, they want to send him down. I doubt anybody picks the Zingle up. Grimes, the game's in Montreal tomorrow. This is just a quick little jaunt over to New York, and then they're back tomorrow night. So the game is at normal time, 7 p.m. I mean, that might be why the game is 2 p.m. today. They both have games tomorrow, and so that might be how it is. I don't know what the reason is for the early game. Oh my God, time just really flew. Be here for another 5 minutes or so. Give a thumbs up, by the way, if you're having a good time. Thumbs up. Subscribe. I mean, that'd be great. Yeah, subscribe, ring the notifications bell if you haven't already and you want to see more on this channel. Hockey fan guy, he's an okay player, but he's not moving the needle. And I imagine he's kind of dropped off since a few years ago when he had 30 goals. So, yeah, I doubt anybody picks him up. Born to be I have a big answer to that. Nobody went to the Leafs in the Damphousse trade because I do believe they got him from Edmonton. And he might have been a free agent signing. So Damphousse went from the Leafs to Edmonton to Montreal. And so there was no that would have been a bigger trade between Montreal and Toronto. It never happened. There's not a lot of big trades. Montreal, Toronto make very minor trades if they trade at all. We went through this the other day. Hey, Danny Tabernac, thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. Hey, anytime. We're here every game, and anytime. Appreciate that. Have a good one. Enjoy the game. I don't get the reference about the Leaf fan and the exhibition game in Halifax and Damphousse. When was this? Well, I think that's what it was. Corson went to Edmonton for Vinny. We didn't get him from Toronto. Habs GM is at the Habs game. Well, as we lead up to the trade deadline, you got to think there's going to be a lot of scouts at Habs games because they know Montreal's looking to move players. Thanks, Danny. Enjoy the game, man. Thanks for being here. Once again, I love the name. Yeah, we'll go in a few more minutes. Also, don't forget, be here for at 2:00. Have the hangout, and we'll do the game. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure if Matt will be there or not. But we'll do a little play-by-play, some commentary, have some fun, do this, do that, whatever, and hopefully enjoy a really good game. Jeez, it dropped off from 30 to 24. Hey, Jack, how's it going? A lot of people taking Caulfield to open the scoring. Grimes says Sherratt probably goes to Blues or Avs. I know the Blues are definitely really interested in Sherratt from what I can tell. Hey, hockey fan guys, see you maybe after at the in the hangout. As we're winding down the pregame show, Montreal Canadiens are at the Islanders at 2:00. Montreal looking for their second win in a row for the first time this season, and also only looking for their 10th win, only their 10th win. That's pretty sad, but we'll see what happens tonight. I kind of hope that they win today because I'd like to see 2 wins in a row would be nice. Hasn't happened in a while. And hey, get our 10th win in there. We'll see what happens. And listen, Hammond is getting his first game. As a Hab, why not? He should get a win for his first game, I think. Why not? All right, I guess we're really winding down. I got nothing else to add, really. If you want, I have some interesting stuff on my last video about Cole Caulfield and some news and stuff. Some interesting stuff. Check it out. It's out there. It's called "Has Cole Caulfield Finally Arrived?" and some other interesting Habs news. So hopefully you guys will check that out. It's doing pretty well. I mean, it's doing okay so far. Do I think Jake Neighbors and a first round from Blues is good for Sherratt? I couldn't tell you, Grimes. I don't know. I might be the first time I'm hearing this kid's name. But Sherrod's going to get a first-round pick coming back, plus something else. I don't know if this guy's a really like a good prospect. I doubt a first and that for Sherrod. I can see a first and a minor prospect, like not a top one, or a first and a third, first and a second maybe, but not a first and a good prospect. I can't see that. I know he's popular and all that, and it depends on the bidding war. If there's a real big bidding war where you got like 4 or 5 teams seriously after Sherrod, that's different, you know. I could see maybe something like that. But again, don't know anything about this guy, Neighbors. I'm thinking of Gomer Pyle, Jim Neighbors. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So I never heard of this kid otherwise. It's spelled O-U-R-S at the end there. So is he Canadian? I guess so. Do you think Petrie gets traded? Yes. At the deadline, don't know. That could be hard. In the offseason, yes. Yeah. Once he starts playing back to Jeff Petrie's abilities and his value goes back up, I think yes. $12 teams interested in Sherrod. But I mean, that's 12 teams with varying interests, right? Some are more interested than others. Some are more serious than others. So I don't know if 12 teams are actively bidding for Sherrod. But I do believe there's 3 or 4, you know, and that could really drive the price up, but we'll have to see. I just kind of knock wood he doesn't get hurt before then. But then again, I guess as the team starts to play better, I mean, he's got to play a little better too. That could drive his price up even now with everybody after him. So maybe it could be good that he plays. I mean, I don't know. All right, I'm going to take off. I'm going to be back at 2:00 on the Hangout to do the game. So, like I said, we don't show the game or give the audio, but we do some play-by-play, some commentary, answer stuff from the audience, and have in general a good time. So, if you haven't checked it out, please do, and I will see you there. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Stay safe till then. Peace out, y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.